Hi everyone! Welcome to my channel, Natasha Naturale. I am Natasha. If you are visiting for the first time, I enjoy sharing information about plant-based living, holistic habits, and generally earth-friendly, eco-friendly products and rituals that I like to do. If you are revisiting, welcome back. It makes me so happy to speak to you again and to see that there are other people who are interested in the things that I like and have nerded out over for several years now. So if you visited my channel before, or follow me on Instagram, you see that I enjoy doing gardening, tutorials, recipes, that sort of thing. Today is going to be a little bit different because it is that magical time of year that most of us begin to notice the special holiday flavored beverages and start to see pine trees for sale when they're driving down the road, or just in general start to get that holiday cheer. For me, this time of year is Yuletide, and when I've spoken to my friends and other people about it, most people like yourself probably have heard of Yule and never really thought about what it actually meant. A lot of people ask me, well, what is Yule? And I'm like, oh, where do I even begin? And a lot of the times I don't communicate it very well or very clear. There's just so many different factors involved with what Yule is. So today I plan on talking about this holiday. So what is Yule? Like I mentioned before, you are an intelligent individual who has most likely heard of Yule before. But if you haven't heard of Yule, let me just give you a quick briefing. It refers to the time a little bit before and after winter solstice, which is on the 21st. It's that time leading up to the longest night of the year, which is typically December 21st, and afterwards until what we consider the New Year or January 1st. Yuletide stems from a long tradition of celebrating this long night of the year. This tradition comes from, I live in the Northern Hemisphere, so I resonate mostly with Yuletide during the December months, but in the Southern Hemisphere, it's a different time of year. It's when we would consider summer, but it's when it's cold in the Southern Hemisphere. Yule, however, marks the first day of winter, and after that, subsequently, the days start getting longer and longer. So this is a time that many people revere as a time to sort of celebrate maybe this coldness, this darkness, and death. Because without those things, light and rebirth can't happen. These traditions that I'm speaking about stem from the Druid, the Nordic, and the Celtic traditions. Generally, the early Germanic cultures that are known to Christendom as pagans. In these traditions, people would gather together to welcome back the sun after the longest night. They spend this time decorating Yule logs, decorating a solstice tree, and that also revolves around potent symbols and deities known as as the Holly King. A lot of us are familiar with these certain symbols, but through a different lens. It's more of the Christian lens, which there's nothing wrong with being a Christian. I grew up under the Christian faith, and everyone has their own beliefs. But a lot of the symbols of Christmas that Christians celebrate, such as the Christmas tree or burning a fire or Santa Claus, they stem from a distant, long ago tradition before Christianity. But a lot of these symbols were adopted because it makes a lot of sense, because just even using the English vernacular or the English language, winter solstice is the celebration of the return of the sun. And in Christian beliefs, Christmas, which falls around the same time of year, the Son of God is returning to the earth. So it kind of makes sense. It's kind of cool. Like I said, I grew up under the Christian doctrine, and I have a lot of respect for all kinds of religions. So this is by no means any derogatory feelings about that faith. It's just these symbols I know come from other cultures. So I just celebrate those things. Some of the ways that people celebrate Yule, and much like myself, is through crafts and doing things that many people during Christmas time do themselves, such as decorating a tree. I also decorate a Yule log, and other years I've also baked Yule logs. Another tradition is to take oranges, fresh oranges, or some sort of citrus, because those are the common fruits that are around, at least for where I live this time of year, and poke the rind with cloves. So you decorate with cloves, and it's a fun activity, and it also just smells amazing. It makes your entire home smell delicious. So that's another way. If you are interested in seeing any of my fun crafts, I can maybe walk you through some of my traditions. If you have traditions of your own for this time of year, whether it be Christian, pagan, Yuletide, I'm interested in hearing about them. Comment below. I'm thinking about maybe doing a series. Perhaps I'm going to call it Celestial Celebrations, and this is going to be the first episode. So if you are interested in talks about holidays or some of my favorite rituals, click the like button or comment below. Tell me what your favorite holiday is, or some of your favorite activities to do that fall on the natural calendar or the Earth's natural cycle. Thank you for watching, and thanks again for subscribing and liking the video if you'd enjoyed it. Again, I'm Natasha, and love you guys so much. Hope you have a great holiday.